wanted to know what kind of research did you guys do to kind of get ready for your roles, and how much of it did you actually kind of bring into it?
I think it varies for each of us. Obviously, the books are they're a good starting off point, but the way different cast members use the books is different. So, like, we based season 1 loosely on book 1. So, for me, it was important that I read book 1 at that point, but I didn't need. It would have confused me to read further on and to know where Jace goes and where he ends up and the choices he makes later on in life. So now we've got picked up, I'm starting to read number 2.
Alberto is the encyclopedia to everything, so we just grabbed
Yeah, Alberto, yeah.
For me, I had to read everything.
Right.
Alberto couldn't stop, is the thing. Couldn't help.
Well, I mean, you guys have read them, they're really awesome, right? Like, you can't...
Oh! It's true.
I think that's really wild.
I had to stop reading during shooting because I was starting to get confused between scripts and books and getting too caught up in what was happening next in the book and not necessarily looking at the script all that much, so I needed to refocus.
And you start bringing in little things of your life, because I mean, these characters are really relatable as well, you know, to just... I know there's so many different types of species, but at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of things relatable to humans. But luckily also there's a Bane Chronicles, so that definitely helped. Centuries and centuries of stories from this guy.
Back to one thing though, you said how much do we bring in? I think we always bring in our complete selves. And then we kind of mold into this person using everything. You know, for me it was like finding the things that I was like Simon. I was like, oh, me and him get along, we get this. And the things that were different.
I bought it.
Yeah, it's a little different. But they all feed into creating like a complete person. Because without adding yourself to it, you're only creating a two-dimensional character that no one will really feel for it if you don't bring yourself into a role.
That's something also that made me really get into the books more, is after meeting all of these people and learning their mannerisms and hearing their voices and seeing how they inhabit these characters. It made reading the books even more special because I could see everyone in these roles, sort of bringing it to life in my head. And that's something that I think can go either way, whether you've read the books or whether you've seen the show or both, it all comes into one vision.
Were you guys nervous going into this just because the books have such a following? Talk about just that, because there's a lot of responsibility with it.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword. It's nice to have the support of the fans and the excitement for something that you're doing, but also you want to bring it to life in a way that satisfies everyone's vision, as well as you can bring a bit of yourself to it, as Alberto was saying. So it's finding that balance that's really important.
I'm nervous right now.
All right, next question.
You stole my question. Yeah. No, it's okay. I was wondering if you could play a character that wasn't your own.
Magnus.
Can we just... I know who
Sebastian.
I would love
Let's just start with Isaiah.
And we'll go down. I would love to play Valentine.
Yeah.
It's such a fun... Alan does such a great job at that. I would love to sink my teeth into that.
It would suck, but it would be amazing to be a silent brother. Because, I mean, you look at him and you're just running the other direction.
I like Valentine or Izzy.
Oh, thank you. I don't know.
I just want real clothing.
Oh, great. Me too, I want it. I didn't get it though. It depends. Like each day I feel like playing someone different. You know? Like a werewolf, a vampire, Clary, Jace. My little brother too. I mean, my big brother.
How about you, Kat?
I don't know. I think it would be fascinating to play a villain, so I'll say Sebastian.
Melior. I think we're all forgetting Melior and his powers and his sexuality and his just ears.
Yeah.
No, I always want to play Magnus, just to have all that power and glitter.
McGee? McGee.
I think your favorite children.
Yeah.
I would play Alex so I could make love to myself.
And?
I would say Magnus. I like the magic, I really do. It really helps us in the writer's room too. And Rory, who would you make?
I would probably try and play Sebastian.
Yes.
All right, next question.
Hi, I'm
my name's Latrice. I really love what you guys are doing with the books for the TV show. My question is for the producers. How much do you plan on pulling from the Clockwork Princess and the Bane Chronicles to give Magnus Bane more depth in the TV show?
That's for Ed, but there's some surprises brought in from Lady Midnight. We researched all the books, and we're bringing, if you'll notice, there's little details that we've already put in from those books that creep in there, some backstories, you know, that Camille had dated and stuff like that. So we're working it in. We absolutely are working it in. We love the books.
Harry, how much did you go into those books, just so you would know more about the character?
Well, for Bane Chronicles, I mean, just the situations that he would get into, and also finding out, you know, I remember when I first, you know, in City of Bones, you don't really get to know Magnus much, and he's, I would say from outside perspective, it's just one look that you see, you know, one side of him that you see. So when you go into Bane Chronicles, you see the relationships and why he's heartbroken, why he doesn't put himself out there, and also the compassion that kind of comes behind him, and the different characters. You know, what I love is Camille and Ragnar kind of come into the story, and you might see them pop, well, you see Camille, you might see someone else kind of pop in to our series, but for me, it was truly important, you know, because this guy is layered up. You know, you got to peel the layers back.